If you think you're mostly green, I'm going to read this, but I want you to come up here and stand. And the green is characterized by the drive for achievement and making things happen and focusing on goals. They're decisive and determined risk takers. They're optimistic and trust their impulses. They're natural competitors and enjoy taking on challenges and competing with others. They're fast-paced, outgoing, and accomplishment-oriented. So that's the greens. If you already know you're green, go ahead and come up in here and stand.
What if it is 40% green? What do you do?
Just look and start looking and now looking at what you think these answers are. What do you think that based on these descriptions now? The red is who had a lot of red? Would you read for the red for me, please? Would you read what's up here?
The red genius is characterized by their ability to inspire and engage others. They are fun-loving, adventurous, and enjoy striving for experience and excitement. They are imaginative, expressive, and love to talk. They are driven by recognition and enjoy being in the spotlight. They're fast-paced, outgoing, and people-oriented.
Okay, so if you think you're kind of red, I want you to come up here. If blue, who had a lot of blue? So greens, I want you up here. Reds, I think I want you over here. Okay, blue. Anybody that had a lot of blue? Would you read blue for me, please, sir? What it says up here?
The blue genius is characterized by a strong desire for unity and harmony. They value integrity and are given trusting and nurturing. They prefer a predictable routine, stability, and doing one thing at a time. They are sweet, supportive, and sentimental. They are trustworthy, practical, and loyal, and are excellent listeners and helpers.
Okay, so that's the blues. Blues like unity and harmony. They're great listeners. They're very much about helping people. They listen to everything's being said. So if you think you're mostly blue, see Blanca in the blue, you can go and stand behind her. No, I'm sorry, that's gold. This will be the gold. That'll be gold. Blue's going to be over where he is. So that's right here. And then the gold.
No other blues?
Anybody have a lot of gold in them?
I'll keep company.
Would you read the gold for me, please? Yeah, no. Would you read it for me, please?
The gold is characterized by their need for excellence and accuracy. They're hardworking and place a high value on being consistent, dependable, and analytical. As careful planners, they keep an eye on details. Conservative decision makers, they're likely to be the people raising a red flag, pointing out dangers ahead.
Okay, so if you think you're mostly gold, I want you over in that corner. So everybody get up and find a place. Yes. So you had, what, is that one? No, that's four.
So we are the hybrid.
What's your primary color?
Yeah,
green.
Green, right?
Well, what do you think based on
Blue's
this?
over there, gold.
So green? Yeah. So just kind of get up, and if you think you're mostly red and you like to get in front of people, inspire people, and make it fun and engaging and popular and all that kind of stuff, you red.
Not I want to jump there.
Okay, green, you're competitive, you're driven, you're focused, you're making it happen. Blue, golds, you're analytical, you do it right. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. You're going to put the detail together. You're going to think about the plan. You're going to make a plan. And blues, you're helpful, you're supportive, you're sentimental. Okay? Now greens, what would you like the world to know about you? How would you like to explain yourself? Because just assume that they don't know what it's like to be green. Do you have any idea?
There are only two things that I can't do. One is figure out something that I can't do, and the second, I'll tell you as soon as I figure out the first.
That's a great answer for a green, right? Because you can figure it out, by God. You're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
One way or the other, greens are going to be driven to make it happen. What about reds? Oh, we lost some reds?
Yeah.
Okay, well, because you know, you don't need that. You got a spotlight, right?
Yeah.
So tell.
How to call this? From the outside we may look strong, but from the inside we are sentimental too.
My favorite color is LifeLabs. That's all I want you to know.
That's all you want. Okay. Hey, are you red or where? Well, come on, Reds. Tell the world about red, what it's like to be red.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm not red.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm whatever.
I'm sorry.
It's easygoing, relaxing.
And then Reds like to make things fun, right? They get bored really easy. They get fidgety unless it's interactive and fun and getting everybody together, right? They want everybody together. They want to do things in groups, okay? What about our blues over here? Tell us about being blue.
I don't know. I like stability because it's, once you get into a routine, you don't have to think too much about, I don't know, figuring out what or how to do things. You just do what you need to do.
Yeah, blues like stability. Exactly. And then tell us a little bit about golds. What are golds like? What do you want us to know about gold?
Gold, we're hard workers. We're just going to keep working hard until the job is done. We're going to be cautious about doing things. We're not going to put all our money in the stock market. We're going to save it.
That's right. They're very much. That's great. Those are great answers. They're very much descriptive of gold.
They shine like
Yes.
gold. They're hard like
Now I want you to do just a little activity. Imagine if you were dating a green, what would that look like? Everybody, I'm going to ask everybody else. If you were going out with a green.
Boring.
Boyfriend, we're not asking Green to answer, but what do you think a date with a green would look like?
a little bit more casual. Like if you want to go somewhere, they just pull you back.
It would look like they would be green. I don't understand the question.
I'm saying if you were going out with somebody who was green, what would that look like? Y'all got an idea? If you were to date a green, what would that look like? What would a date with a green person look like? Anybody have an
I don't
idea?
understand the question.
Green, why don't you tell us what a date with a green would look like?
I think if you would marry a green, never date a green.
Oh, that's interesting. Why? Why'd you say that?
Because they'll be very successful, smart, accomplished people, and they'll be more serious type, I guess. Red is more fun, lovely.
Yeah, the Reds are definitely the fun-loving, right? So you're going to go on a really fun, outgoing event, right?
For a date. And
But
then-
the Reds also go with the flow, so they're not big planners, right? So like if you were going on a date with a gold, what would dating a gold? How would a gold plan a date? Let's look at it that way.
Intimidating.
Harmony.
What do y'all think?
Hey, you are not allowed, okay?
What do y'all think? How does a date look like? If you were saying date a gold, why should we date a gold?
I think it'd be it'd be carefully planned. Like it'd be dinner at a specific restaurant, and then going to like a specific show, and then everything would be planned out. They get, I don't know what else.
No, that's great. There would be a reservation, right? You would make a reservation. There wouldn't be any risk of running out of gas or not having a reservation or the tickets aren't good or they're going to be in good seats and all that kind of stuff if you're going to a concert. No, that's great. Anything else? Any other reason we should date a gold?
They wouldn't take you someplace you'd get food poisoning and something like that.
That's right. They're going to do their homework, right? They're going to make sure they're going to make sure the restaurant's highly rated and it's got the right criteria and everything. Absolutely.
They're always gonna be on time and probably won't stand you up.
Right. They're going to be dependable. They're going to be right there. They're not going to stand you up. That's a great answer. What about blues? Why should we date blues?
I think we like harmony, try to please or help people.
Exactly. They're going to try to make you you're going to try to please that date of yours, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
Do whatever can make them happy.
Yes. Yeah. We try to listen to others.
Exactly. So if you really want somebody to really bond with and get some really great conversation and really somebody to really listen to you. It's like I played the game with a friend of mine and she had dated greens her whole life. And always really driven, always really ambitious, always really competitive people. And then she met this guy, my friend, and he's very blue. And she's like, oh man, he's so devoted to me, he's so loving, he's so wonderful. And so she fell in love with him and they got married. And then she's like, but why aren't you more ambitious and why aren't you more driven? right? But she wanted to marry, she fell in love with the blue, but then she all of a sudden say, well, where? And so the greens are going to be really driven, right? And really ambitious. They may not be quite the listeners that the blues are. The blues are going to be the great listeners and the helpers, but they may not be as ambitious. Same with, see how the opposites in the reds and the golds are a little bit opposite. Golds are going to be planning, right? They're going to know all the details. They're going to do the homework. Reds are going to say, let's wing it. And if it's not fun, we'll go somewhere else. And if that doesn't work, we'll go somewhere else. And you know, if we get food poisoning, so we'll just have fun with the food poisoning. You know, I mean, it's just going to be. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, well, we're finished. We just want to share. So, did y'all learn something?
Very interesting.
Did you have fun?
I don't think it's very accurate.
So, did y'all have fun?
Yes.
If you can give me your answers to your score sheets, I would love them.
Okay.
So, if you can turn those in, that would be great.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
So much.